Hi guys, this is Sadik from Problem.com, and in this video, we'll show you how to flash a custom ROM without using the PC. So here goes my setup. On the right hand side is my main phone, the OnePlus 9 Pro, on which the ROM will flash, and on the left hand side is the OnePlus 11, which will act as a PC. So take a USB OTG and establish a connection with the secondary phone because this will act as a PC, and on the main phone, connect the USB cable of the OTG, and here it goes. Likewise, please install the Bugjigger app from the Play Store onto your secondary phone. Once you install the Bugjigger app on your secondary phone and then you establish a connection with the main phone, you will get a prompt on your secondary phone. Let me show you from the Bugjigger app. So open Bugjigger to handle the connection. This is SM8350 is for the OnePlus 9 Pro. Checkmark always open and then tap on OK. And when you open the Bugjigger app, your phone should now be shown here in the main tab. If it's showing as no device connected, it's not cause any concern. Simply unplug your phone and replug it back in. This issue might happen once or twice, so tap on OK, allow. Okay, one more thing, always enable the USB debugging as well and change it to file transfer from here. That is also very important for the main phone, file transfer. And now you get a prompt, again tap on OK. So guys, as you could see now, we have got our phone over here, the OnePlus 9 Pro. So always keep in mind to change it to file transfer from here. It's very important. Likewise, always have the USB debugging enabled. Both of them should be done on the main phone. So now moving on, there are two ways of flashing a ROM using a custom recovery or via the AWS sideload. So first off, you have to unlock the bootloader on your phone. You could do so using the secondary phone itself. I made a video on that as well. Just let me show you once again. This is the article and the video on how to get the job done. So just to repeat, from here, first off, tap on the option of reboot to bootloader, hit enter, and my main phone will now boot to the fastboot mode, and from therein I could easily unlock the bootloader on my phone. Let me show that as well. Currently I've already unlocked the bootloader, but I'll still show you once again just for the sake of reference. So guys, as soon as the phone is in the fastboot mode, you will get a prompt on your secondary phone. Checkmark always open and tap on OK. Again tap on always open, tap on OK. That's it. You could now see we now have a phone on my secondary phone. It's the shown as the OnePlus 9 Pro. It's my main phone over here. So it's quite simple. Simply go to the fastboot tab from here. The fastboot tab is over here. Now tap on the console icon. You will get a warning as well. Then checkmark don't show again. I understand. Simply now type in the command of fastboot flashing unlock. Hit enter. In my case, the bootloader is already unlocked, but in your case, type in this command, hit the enter key, and then as you could see in my case, the device is unlocked already, so that's not happening. But in your case, your phones will now be unlocked. If you undergo a reset and then boot to the OS once again, once that happens, again boot to the fastboot mode from this command, enable USB debugging on your phone, go to the main tab, and from here just tap on this button, reboot to bootloader. Your phone will again boot to the fastboot mode, and once it's in the fastboot mode, let's then move ahead with the next step. So we have already unlocked the bootloader now, and okay, now download the ROM or the firmware onto your phone. It should be there on your secondary phone and not the main phone, because on the main phone you have to do a format data as well. So it's have your ROM on the secondary phone only. And moving on, set up the working environment, which we have done already, as you could see. So let's move on with the next step. Okay, it's recommended to keep the Wi-Fi off on your secondary phone because this app shows quite a lot of ads. So keep the Wi-Fi off at all times. And now you could flash the ROM by two approaches. First one is using a custom recovery like TWRP, and the second approach is via the AWS sideload. For example, when you use a LineageOS ROM, you first flash the LineageOS recovery and then do an AWS sideload of the ROM zip file. So I'll show you both the approaches. First off, via the custom recovery. In this case, you'll have to download the recovery file for your phone. In my case, so for the phone, it means for the main phone, which is the OnePlus 9 Pro for me, and also verify if your phone has a recovery slot or not. You could verify from my guide. Go there and verify if your phone has a recovery slot or not. In my case, my phone does have a recovery slot. So in that case, you may use both the commands. That is the fastboot flash recovery and the fastboot boot command. But if your phone does not have a recovery slot, then you can only use the fastboot boot command. But for me now, I can use both the command because my phone has a slot as well. So for now, I'm using the fastboot boot command. So keep the recovery file in the secondary phone only. Now go to the fastboot tab from here. Flash fastboot tab. Tap on the console icon. Type in the command of fastboot. Again, I'm repeating, if your phone has a recovery slot, you may use both the commands. But if your phone does not have a slot of recovery, then you can only use the boot command. So for now, I'm using the boot command only because it's quite handy for me. Fastboot boot. And now type in the file icon at the top right, choose the recovery file, which is this one. You could now load the recovery file onto your phone, hit the enter key, and you could now see it's now sending the boot img file, which is the recovery file for me, and the file will now be sent into my main phone, and my main phone will now reboot to the recovery mode in a few seconds. It's now okay, finished, and you could see my main phone is now booting to the recovery, and we are now inside the RP recovery in a few more seconds. And now you may, from the recovery, first do a wipe, and after the wipe you may then flash the ROM zip file as well. You will get a prompt, tap on OK, again tap on OK, open, and that's it. We are now inside the main the recovery mode. The recovery mode is also known as ADB mode, and that is why we are now inside the ADB mode for now. Our phone is now shown here, and now you may go to wipe, do a format data from here, type in yes, hit the blue check mark. After that, so guys, once you have done the wipe, now go to advanced and ADB side load, swipe to start side load, and you might get a few warning signs. That's all normal, nothing to worry about. And you will also get a prompt on your secondary phone, tap on OK, always open, OK, again always open, tap on OK, and now go to this tab, the forward tab, scroll down, and over here select pick the file and perform the side load. Don't show again, I understand. And now choose the ROM zip file from here, which is in my case over here, and then choose the ROM zip file and swipe to flash. This is the ROM file. Select the ROM file, it will now be flashed onto your phone, and that's just about it. And once the flashing has been done, please do the formatting of the phone once again, just to be on safer side. So as of now, you can only do an ADB side load. You cannot simply copy paste the ROM from here to here. If you want to do the install option, then for that you will have to use a pen drive or any other OTG device. In that case, you may mount the storage from here, the USB storage, and then go to install, tap on select storage, choose your pen drive or any other such device, and then install the ROM from there. But if you don't have any other device as such, then you may go to the advanced ADB side load and then do the ADB side load of the ROM zip file. That's the only way out. This was the first approach of using the flashing the ROM zip file via the PWRP recovery. Now let me show you how to get the job done via the ADB side load. So let's get started. The ADB side load is there for all such ROM. For example, all the ASP ROM, for example, the Lineage OS CR.EvolutionX ROM, those have their own IMG file and their own custom ROM as well. So let me show you how that could be done. First off, let's reboot the phone to the OS, and let's start off from scratch. Give me a few more seconds, and we will then see how to get the job done as well. The booting up might take up some time. That's all normal. Let's first go to the startup section over here. This is the first one, and we'll start off from scratch. So first and foremost, you have to boot the phone to the forward mode once again, and from the forward mode, you will then have to flash the IMG files, the partition IMG files onto your phone. So please make sure that all the files, the ROM and the IMG files, all of them should be there on your secondary phone for now. In my case, all the files are there on my OnePlus 9 Pro only. So now we'll flash all the files, the required files only. I've given the command for all the files, but not all of them are required. Please verify the command which are required for you. In my case, I guess the SuperMT is required, the boot is required, DTBO required, recovery is not required, BP Meta and vendor are required. So first off, let's do one thing. Tap on the button of reboot to bootloader, which should be somewhat here. Reboot to bootloader. Your phone should now be in the fast boot mode, and once that happens, we could then flash the ROM file via the ADB side load as well. So I'm flashing the Lineage OS ROM file onto my phone, and in the Lineage OS, just give me a second. Okay, as you could see, this is the fast boot phone over here. So first off, go to the fast boot mode over here, then tap on the flashing icon, and you have to flash these commands: forward flash boot and DTBO, vendor boot, and BP Meta only, not the recovery file. Just let me verify it once. Okay, so it should be on my phone itself. The file manager app is over here, and the file section over here, all folders, all files in the Lineage OS. I have the boot, DTBO, BP Meta and vendor boot, and the SuperMT IMG file. So let's flash all these files onto my phone. I don't have to flash the recovery file. So first off, it's the command of fast boot, flash boot, and now drag the file over here, give a space, tap on this icon and choose the boot file first off, forward flash boot, and the boot file is over here. We'll now flash the Lineage OS boot file, hit the enter key. The flashing is now started and will take up to around a few seconds only. So let's wait for that to happen. And after that, once that is done, flash the DTBO file, fast boot, flash, DTBO, give a space. Now choose the DTBO file, which is this one. Hit the enter key, and then we don't have the recovery. So then flash the VB-Meta file. Fastboot flash VB-Meta space. Choose that file. VB-Meta file is over here. Hit the enter key. That flash as well. Then we have the vendor boot file as well. So fastboot flash vendor boot vendor underscore boot space. Choose that file vendor boot, and that should be flashed as well. Okay, one more thing, I also have to wipe the super partition, because if I don't do so, then I will get an error code 7. So I have to flash that as well. The command is somewhat different for that. Fastboot space wipe dash super. Okay, wipe dash super. After that, you may place the file over here, the super empty img file, which is this one. So fastboot, then hit the enter key. The super version is now wiped as well. Once that is done, you could now reboot the phone to the recovery as well. The Lineage OS recovery, fastboot, reboot, recovery, and hit the enter key. And hopefully we should now be inside the Lineage OS recovery in a few seconds. So let's wait for that to happen, and then we will see what is the result as well. And in around 10 to 15 seconds, you could see we are now inside the Lineage OS recovery. Again, tap on always open, always open. Once that is done, now type on factory reset, format data factory reset, format data. Once that is done, it will take a few seconds. Data wipe is now complete, as you could see. So now go back, apply update, apply from ADB, and now on this tab over here in the app, you have to go to the fastboot tab, scroll down, pick file and perform a side load, rom.zip, and wait for a few seconds. The file is somewhat lengthy, it's now making a file. It will take up to around a few more seconds, so let's wait for that to happen. And your main phone should be in the side loading mode, as you could see over here. The flashing has now started, will take up to around, I guess, 4 to 5 minutes. So let's wait for the flashing to complete. So guys, the flashing is now done. If you want to flash any other zip file, then tap on yes and do an ADB sideload of the required zip file. For example, GApps or Mages, you will do an ADB sideload in the same way. But for now, I just want to flash the ROM file and nothing else. So tap on no. In my case, it's no. And you could see on my secondary phone, I've got a done message. On my main phone as well, you will now tap on reboot system now. If you want, you will do a factory reset once again. This should be on safer side. Let's do that as well. And now I'm going to tap on reboot system now. The phone will now boot to the newly flashed OS. The first booting up will take up some time. That's all normal. From the next time onward, that will not happen. So guys, just to recall, flashing the ROM file via a secondary phone and without using any PC involves two-way approach. The first one is using a custom recovery like TWRP. In that case, flashing the recovery is quite easy. Simply boot up into the fastboot mode, then use the command of fastboot flash recovery, fastboot boot recovery. Both the command will work. Once that is done, you will then have to do an ADB side load or use a pen drive or any source as such. Once you use the pen drive on any source as such, then tap on the mount option and mount the storage as well. Then you flash the recovery file or the ROM file as well. But if you are on using a ADB sideload, then first and foremost, you have to go to the fastboot mode, flash all these files from the fastboot mode, and then only go to the ADB sideload and flash the files onto your phone. So as you could see in my case, we are now inside the newly flashed OS, and everything is working along the expected lines. Flashing went very smoothly, no issue whatsoever. You could flash all the custom ROM in the same way as well. Either the TWRP recovery or the ADB sideload, both will work without any issue whatsoever. So guys, we are now inside the Lineage OS ROM, the Android 15 build over here, as you could see. And that's just about it. So if you have any query with regard to any of the steps, do let me know in the comment section. And if the USB OTG or cable is not working, please try to change the USB cable as well. I tried in the third attempt because in the first two attempt I'm using a faulty cable. That might be causing any concern. So please change the cable and then try out the result as well. And then for the ADB sideloading, go to the fastboot tab. Then you will start the sideloading from here. Just boot the main phone to the ADB sideload mode. Then use the secondary phone, choose the zip file, swipe to start the sideloading. In case of flashing the recovery file, boot the phone to the fastboot mode. From the fastboot mode, then flash the recovery zip file or boot the phone to the recovery file. And from the recovery, do an ADB sideload as well. It's all quite simple and nothing to worry about as such. And you may again carry out all the tasks from here. Just make sure to re-enable USB debugging over here. And then your phone should be shown in the main tab as well. Just give me a few seconds, I will show you that as well. Just go to about phone, tap on build number 7 times. Go back, go to system, developer options. You will now see and enable that as well. USB debugging from here. Tap on OK. And our phone should now be shown, as you could see. Tap on OK again. Again open OK, and the phone is now shown here. You may now flash the required zip file as well if required. For example, if I want to flash the GApp packages onto my phone, currently I don't have the GApps on my secondary phone. So if I want to flash it as well, then the steps are the same. On your main phone, simply first open the Bugzagger app over here. Now open the console from here. Okay, the main issue with this is that this is a shell console, and in the shell console, the ADB reboot recovery command will not work. Let me show you that as well. If I hit the enter key, it's saying the warning, don't use the ADB command over here because it's the ADB shell and not the normal ADB console. So what you could do is quite simple. Simply tap on the option of reboot to bootloader from here. The phone will now go to the forboot mode, and from the forboot mode, you can then reboot to the recovery mode. This is somewhat lengthy approach, but that's the only way out. So let me show that as well. My phone will now go to the forboot mode, and once that happens, go to the fastboot tab from here. Tap on the console icon, or from here I guess there might be an option as well. Let me verify it once. Reboot to recovery is there or not. Reboot to recovery, tap on this, and your phone should now reboot to the recovery. As you could see, it's now in the recovery mode, and once that happens, you may then do an ADB cycle of the required zip file as well. For example, if you want to flash the GApp package, let me show you that as well. Choose the apply update, apply from ADB, and in the my first phone, the secondary phone should have the GApp package. So I don't have the GApp package currently. I have to transfer the GApp package from my phone currently. So just give me a second. Let me transfer the GApp packages over here. Receive the GApp package, and it should be in the compressed folder. This flashing a GApps is completely optional, so keep this one in mind as well. Nick GApps, and my phone is now shown here. So let me choose my phone, and the file is now being transferred. Is the Nick GApp packages. You may flash any GApps of your choice. I made a guide on that as well. You could have a look at my guide and get the job done. For now, I'm flashing the Nick GApps, the core version with the least number of GApp packages. Is there in the downloads folder. Keep a track of the name as well. Once that is done, let's close the Wi-Fi because the app takes quite a lot of ads also, and it's quite infuriating for that. So keep Wi-Fi closed while using this app. And now from here, tap on apply from ADB and go to the fastboot tab. Slide down, pick file and perform a side load. Proceed. Okay, just a second. Either my phone is not shown here or what. Okay, my phone is shown here. It's well and good. Pick file and now choose the GApp packages, which is download over here. Nick GApps. The side loading will now start in a few seconds. As you can see, it's now started. You will get a prompt, tap on yes, and the flashing of GApps is now started. Depending on the GApp package, the file, it might take some time. I've used the core GApp with the minimal GApp package. It will be quite fast. In your case, if you have choose a full or super GApp package or something like that, that will take quite a lot of time. In my case, it's quite a shorter way out because I use the core GApps with only around 4 to 5 GApp packages, and the process will now take only a few more seconds. So let's wait for that to happen, and it should be now done and dusted in a few more seconds. And the flashing of GApps is now complete. As you could see, success done on the left hand side as well. Then tap on reboot system now, and the files will now flash onto my phone, the GApp package, which was although optional. Okay, I must have a GApps article as well. So from here, you may download the GApp package onto your phone and then flash it. These are the various variants: the core GApps, the Go, Basic, Omni, Stock, and the Full. And these are the Light GApp, Nick GApp, Mind the Gap, Bit GApp, and C Android. So for now, I'm using the Nick GApp, which is the most recommended one for Linux OS. So use this GApp package and then flash it onto your phone. In the core GApps, I get the Play Store, GMS Core, Service Framework, Contacts, and Calendar Sync. So in the front end, I only get the Play Store app. You can show you all the rest are in the back end. So to verify, you could see I have the Play Store app, and which means that I have flashed the GApps as well. So guys, on that note, we round off this video. If you have any query with regard to any of the steps, do let me know in the comment section. And thanks a lot for watching.